So when are you ever really going to need these consent forms? What is the reality here? The reality is that we cannot control other people, and you can't control anybody who wants to sue you. So if somebody files a lawsuit, they have an issue with the business, they will also name you. They're going to name anybody that could possibly be at fault, and that includes all of the owners will be named individually. The court will allow you, the individual owners, to stay in the lawsuit if that party who's suing can poke enough holes at your maintenance. Maintenance is so critical because of this. If they can poke enough holes, the court's going to determine that, yeah, you know what? Your legal entity is just the same as you, the individual. There is no clear separation between the legal entity and the individual owners. We want the court to look at the legal entity as a completely separate being from you, and that you have treated it that way all along. That's where these consent forms come into play. Because what's going to happen is you will pull out after years of being consistent and recording actions and decisions and annual meetings when you decide to have them. You're going to have all of those records to pull out and to deliver to the court. And that, it's a formality, right? At that point, it is a true formality because you've got these documents in addition to whatever else you can use to prove, like your entity's active and it's been active, your bank accounts are separate between personal and business. That is all part of this, but I am just specifying for you right now, how will these consent forms ever be used? When you are trying to get out of a lawsuit, you, the individual, when you want that court to say, you know what, you can be excused. You do not belong here. Your personal assets have no reason being part of this lawsuit. That person suing is not going to be able to go after you personally. They don't have access to your home and your bank accounts. That's the goal. And the reason we want to be consistent and document as much as possible is to make this exit from a lawsuit as clean as possible. It just speeds up the process. And we like to keep it clean. We like to make it easy. So, you know what? If you get sued, if you get named in a lawsuit, I want you to be able to say, bring it on. Because I've done everything I could possibly do in my control, right? To keep this legal entity maintained and to fulfill my maintenance obligations. I want you to be able to say that. And that will, if you can say that, you're going to be able to get out of that lawsuit or whatever legal situation you're in so much faster than if you didn't have the evidence to prove that you have kept your legal entity separate from you, the individual. So maintenance is key. These consent forms, coming up with a plan to consistently document business actions and decisions, it's critical. And we want to help you make that happen so that you stay on top of it and you can build up over the period of life of that business. You're going to have a ton of documents to be able to pull if you need it.